it's Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. You know I love hearing from you. So far my weekend is going great, besides the fact my house is a disaster. Okay, anybody else have kids here? Let me know. I swear all I do is clean. I swear it looks like I've never cleaned my house ever. Anyways, that really has nothing to do with today's video, but that's how my weekend's going. I'm like, it's a great weekend, but I need to close my eyes when I walk through my house because I don't understand why it looks so messy. But we're also excited because my friends' kiddos are getting baptized tonight, so we're gonna get to go over there and celebrate with them. So it's a great weekend. Let me know how your weekend is going. I have been on a no-buy for, I wanna say about 2 months. And ignore my bangs, really, just ignore them. Okay, they're getting grown out. I know you're staring at them. I know, because I would be too. What's going on here? We're gonna ignore it. We're going to ignore it. By we, I mean I'm going to ignore it because it's driving me crazy. So anyways, back to the story. I've been on a no-buy for a couple months. And so I've really been missing shopping. I can't lie. I do enjoy shopping. I like shopping, okay? And so I've been missing it. And so as I'm in my no-buy era throughout different times in the year, I like to add stuff to my wish list on Fragrantica. I have 16 on there right now. So I thought for fun, I would share my wish list with you guys, and I want to hear yours too. So definitely, as I share with you, leave yours down below. If you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, lifestyle content, make sure you click that subscribe button. Join the fam, you won't regret it. And now let's get going. In my wish list, it's not always stuff that I 100% know I want to buy. It's either something that I do know I want to buy, or it's something I really want to get my nose on because I think I'm going to want to buy it. So some of these I have smelled before, and other ones I can't wait to smell when I'm on vacation next month. So I will first start with the things that I know I enjoy. I know I enjoy Montal's Intense Cafe, but I'm really debating between the Intense Cafe or the Ristretto version. I like both and I cannot decide which one I really want. I'm hoping when I get to Miami, there's a really cool niche perfume shop, and I'll leave a link down below in case you're ever in Miami. It's so worth the visit. I'm hoping he has both so that I can smell them side by side. But there's something about this very syrupy rose that is in there that is so intoxicating. I think I'm leaning towards the Ristretto version because the coffee is a little more coffee forward in there, which I really like. But again, I think both are lovely. Both to me are very sensual and unique at the same time. Something about that rose coffee combo, very jammy, rich, syrupy rose coffee combo, very sweet. I really like it. It is definitely on my wish list. I really love the new Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. It is so juicy, yummy, summery, total summer in a bottle. One of the best pineapples I've smelled in a while. One of the best coconut pineapple combos I have smelled in a while. Because I will say I'm really over the sunscreen vibe fragrances. I have a couple in my collection. I don't want any more. I don't need any more. Once I get through those, I don't think I would repurchase. It's just not my cup of tea anymore. I love that the Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar is very tropical, very vacation-y, but still very yummy, perfumey, and not sunscreeny. And the bottle, that bright blue bottle, is so beautiful. I'm becoming a little bit of an Ellis Brooklyn collector. I need her in my collection, but I really fell in love with it. She's on my list and I kind of want to buy it while I'm in Miami because it's called Miami Nectar, and then I'll forever remember buying it in Miami on vacation. So, you know, I love that about it too. As far as summer releases go that I've gotten my nose on recently, I think it is the best one I've smelled in a while. I'm also really intrigued while we're on it on the Letta Isla Coco. The Letta first launched with Oris 22, knocked it out of the park for me, fell in love with the capital L. Their Vanilla Nera is not really my favorite. If you haven't seen, I'll leave it down below. I just did a video of 7 fragrances that are not really my favorite, that I don't super enjoy in my collection, and Vanilla Nera was on there. So part of me is a little nervous to risk it again since you can't smell Letta fragrances in store, but you know, the fragrance addict in me needs to get my nose on it. And if I'm going to order from the website and pay shipping, I'm going to get the full bottle. So I also have Isla Coco on my list. It's interesting to me. I'm curious about it because it has a note of calamansi, which I've never heard of, which I believe is a different type of lime. So it's supposed to be citrusy in the opening. There's ylang ylang, jasmine, fig. That also really intrigued me because fig, when done right, I really enjoy. Coconut milk, black tea, cedarwood. From some reviews I'm seeing online, people are saying it is a summery fragrance, but very much a sophisticated version, not a kitschy, sunscreen, tropical fragrance. It is truly a perfume. But Isla Coco is getting some kind of 50-50 reviews. Some people are loving it, some people aren't loving it. And I think it's because some people are saying that it's very floral forward, where they were expecting more juicy, summery vibes. So I am nervous to fork over almost $100 on a fragrance that I can't put my nose on anymore. I have tried to slow my roll with the blind buying. One that I go back and forth with like every time I'm at Sephora is the Fenty perfume. There's something I love about it and something I don't like about it all at the same time. This is one I would never pay full price for. I watched for it on Mercari. If I could get a really good deal of like a partial bottle, I would probably do it. It's just me and rose fragrances. That's why it's interesting that I'm into Intense Cafe. Rose is not really my thing anymore. I don't often enjoy rose fragrances. And there's definitely rose in the Fenty perfume. It's pretty rosy. But there's a blueberry note and this juicy vibe in the opening that I love, but sometimes I fall into the hype of the openings. I should probably on vacation pick up a travel size. This is one that I probably need to live in to see if I really like it or not. There's something about the patchouli in there that I do like how it plays in there. It's just, I think for so many of us, the Fenty perfume was just not what we were expecting out of Rihanna, considering everyone said Love Don't Be Shy was her staple fragrance, and then you see the blueberry note and the tangerine, and you're thinking this is going to be like playful, sexy, fun, and flirty, and it's actually quite sophisticated. Like, this is a very grown woman fragrance. But every time I smell it at Sephora, there's just something about it that I do like. So maybe one I will pick up a travel size of, because I'm really on the fence of if I will love it as I wear it or if I'll be like, oh, this is a scrubber, get it off. I'm really not sure on that one. One that I know I will eventually pick up when a sale comes around, most likely Black Friday, but sometimes I feel like they don't put this one on sale because it's the one everybody buys, Vanilla 28 by Kayali. I'm a Kayali collector. I have a lot of her fragrances. They aren't the longest lasting, which can be frustrating. The only one I'm truly frustrated with in my collection is the Eden Juicy Apple. Like, I don't expect Kayali's to last forever, and I don't mind reapplying, but the performance on that one is weak. Vanilla 28, I think, is one you would have to reapply, but there's something about it that I just love. It's that brown sugar note in there, and I've also found with the Vanilla 28, you have to wait until the juice turns black, and that's when it is so good. If you smell a brand new opened one, a just mixed, formulated, put in the box, sent out, fresh off the shelf, it's not that great. It's not really mind-blowing. There's nothing special about it. But when that juice sits and turns that rich, deep black color, it is so good. And there is such a shocking difference from when the color is the light brown versus the very deep, rich, dark, almost black. So good then. And so yes, I do plan to buy a full bottle, the big bottle of this one, and to let it sit in my collection for probably like 6 months, a year, before I truly give it a wear and enjoy it, because the color has to change. Jador Lore. That is a newer version that is done by MFK, and I smelled it in store and I really liked it. I've always really liked the Jador fragrances, and I think it's because it holds a special place in my heart. It's funny, scent memories, I mean, they're so real. My mom passed away when I was 11 from cancer, and just after she passed away, my brother's mom, who I was so close with and was a wonderful woman, took me on a trip to Chicago. Her best friend lived in Chicago, had a beautiful giant apartment downtown, and it was like such a special time to like be around two amazing women who were, and I didn't realize it at the time, were trying to lift my spirits, and knew I needed that more than I knew I needed it at the time. Being 11, you just don't fully understand loss and grief and all of that. But I'll never forget going downtown to the makeup shop. They told the lady working the counter, who was so nice, that I loved makeup. I was their makeup girl, and she did my makeup, and she gave me perfume samples, and one of them was Jador, and I just loved the way it smelled, and I'm like, I'll just always remember that. So Jador has always held a spot in my heart, and I just like that MFK made this one, and I did find the Lore to be a bit creamier than some of the others, a little softer blend, and it's probably just because MFK is like a master. And I just do love the fact that, like, okay, that's a little bit more in my fragrance budget versus actual MFK fragrances. And then again, the collector in me. Sometimes I just have the desire to purchase things because I've become a collector of that type of perfume or that brand. The sugarful perfumes. I'm a little bit of a collector of those. I used to have 3, the pink one, the yellow one, and the orange one. I got rid of the pink one because the longevity on that one just was not good at all. And it reminded me like a lot of other things I have in my collection, like Burberry Her or Cherry Delice. So I felt like it was redundant. I didn't need it. Got rid of that one. But I really want to get my nose on the blue one, the Dream. There's a blueberry note in there that just makes me so intrigued, and I really want to smell it. And if I kind of like it, even if I'm not like obsessed with it, I would probably buy it just for the stinking bottle. I am interested also to smell it because the blueberry, and then I think there's a lavender note, and I'm like, if it's too relaxing, I don't like fragrances that make me feel too relaxed and like just sleepy time. I really don't wear fragrances to bed very often. It's like one of the few times I don't really want to have scents wafting my direction. All day long, yes. Overnight, not so much. BDK Velvet Tonka. I smelled this last year in Miami at that niche shop I mentioned, and I really liked it. This is a very syrupy almond fragrance. There's almond, orange blossom, tobacco, rose, tonka bean, vanilla, amberwood. It is a very rich, syrupy fragrance, and I really liked it. I got very much that cherry almond vibe, which I really do enjoy, but it is so one-dimensional for me. It would be a cold weather only, and like super cold weather only. I think it would be far too much even in like spring or even early fall when it's not really cool yet. But again, part of me is like, but you've got one BDK, maybe you need another in your collection. Speaking of, I kind of want to get one more Goldfield & Banks perfume in my collection. I have Sunset Hour, and I'm really intrigued by the sound of Ingenious Ginger. I do love a good ginger note. I love the idea of the accords: citrus, warm, spicy, powdery, woody, vanilla, amber, musky, fresh. Like, it sounds so good. It has good reviews. It's got ginger, lemon, bergamot, mandarin orange, some florals, vanilla, amber. Like, it sounds really good. Ginger is a note for me though that if it's too powerful, it will turn me away from the fragrance. So again, when on vacation, I'm hoping to get my nose on this one. I'm very intrigued. I love Sunset Hour and the ginger note in there, but the longevity is not too good. I do love that fragrance, but I have to spray myself down. I would never pay full price for Goldfield & Banks. Personally, like, I only look for them on discount shops because of the fact that Sunset Hour just doesn't last. One that I know I love, and I found it where I was just like, it's just getting too close to winter being over because it's very much a winter fragrance for me. Baklava Royale by Novatus. I personally really do enjoy Novatus perfumes. I think their price is a little steep, and again, I only buy on big sales because the price is too high. Baklava Royale to me was just amazing. There's bergamot, orange blossom, pistachio, almond, honey, Madagascar vanilla, amberwood, tonka. Like, amberwood's definitely something I often enjoy in fragrances. This very much reminds me of Sol de Janeiro, the scent of the Boom Boom cream. It is so good. If you pair it up with the Boom Boom cream, like, people will probably smell you from a mile away. It's pretty powerful. It is so rich and yummy and nutty, but also like syrupy. It's so good. I used a whole sample of it. Really enjoyed it. The last one that I've had my nose on my wish list is Amber Vanilla by 7 Virtues. I sprayed it on today when I was at Sephora. I've come to really enjoy this one. I feel like it's probably not the most needed in my collection because it does remind me a lot of Glossier You. But if I like used any of my other vanillas at the same time, it's not really unique in my collection, but there's something about it I love so much. I think the type of vanilla in there, the muskiness is really pretty. The Isoe Super, the Ambroxan, I really do love it. If you like Glossier You, I think there's a huge chance you would like that. A lot of people say it smells like Sonic Flower, which I have never smelled, and I've now decided I'm gonna put that on my wish list too. Sonic Flower onto my wish list because I've gotten carrot seed notes, pink pepper, orris, jasmine, musk, ambroxan, cashmerian, which all sounds like things I've really been enjoying lately. All of a sudden, I went from like not really enjoying Glossier You or stuff like it to being obsessed with it. I love Glossier You. I love Leda Orris 22. It kind of sounds like it could remind me a bit of Orris 22. We're almost done. The one that I might break my no by for is, oh, I'm like really debating, but Golden Nectar. I really like this fragrance by Nest, and it has notes of vanilla, amber, orchid, musk, suede. It's just pretty, inviting, feminine, and it really goes that makeup-y route, and I really enjoy that. And Ulta sent me a 20% off coupon, and I've got like $57 in points, so I'm kind of like, ooh, maybe. I think I could almost cover the Nest Golden Nectar between the coupon and the points, and I'm like, I might do it. I might do it. Hi! Did you have fun swimming?
Hey, Mommy, do I have any M&M's?
We do have M&Ms.
Mommy said we do have M&M's.
One is a Zara perfume, and I don't have any Zaras near me, so when in Miami, I love to check out the Zara perfume area. And Field and Nightfalls Intense specifically is what I'm hoping to get my nose on. It's supposed to smell like Zadig and Voltaire. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's like a creamy chestnutty kind of whipped perfume. When I tested it before, I just couldn't pick it up enough for me to justify, but I'm really curious on the Zara version because their prices are so good and it's labeled Intense, so I'm like, if it smelled like it and I could pick it up more, then I would probably pick up that Zara one. And then I'm so curious about the Fleur Soft Spot. I have not seen that anywhere here locally. I want to get my nose on it so bad. Only hesitation to purchasing is listed in the Accords is animalic, and that can be so hit or miss for me. When done right, I like it, but it can become too much on me and get a little stanky. I am kind of surprised animalic is listed because in the notes I'm like, they don't seem like they would be. There's bergamot, freesia, mandarin, jasmine, vanilla orchid, water lily, musk, amber, sandalwood. I love a good vanilla orchid. I love a good amber. I love a sandalwood, and I love a good skin scent. It has to be a skin scent I can pick up, but I do love a scent that's kind of your skin but better. You just smell like you smell really good. So I'm so intrigued by Soft Spot. I've heard it's like a nice little hug. And then lastly, one that I have to smell. I don't think it's even in stores yet, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love this. The new Flora Gorgeous Orchid by Gucci. First of all, I love that they used Miley Cyrus in the ad. I'm just like a Miley Cyrus fan, even though like she's had moments where I'm like, I don't get what you're doing, girl. You're kind of going crazy. Trying to break free of Disney thing. I was kind of like, too much sometimes. But I've always had a soft spot for Miley. And the fact that they used her and her song Flowers in the ad definitely wrote me in. And then when I saw the notes, vanilla orchid, and ozonic notes. Ooh, it just sounds like it's going to be the fluffiest, light, pretty, feminine vanilla fragrance. I need to smell it. I'm so curious, but I don't want to blind buy it from the website because designers are so not cheap anymore. I'm not willing to risk $160. Nope, not at all. Not anymore. I've learned my lesson, but I hope by the time I'm on vacation, it is in store somewhere because I want to smell it so bad. Those notes just sound like heaven in a bottle. Alright guys, that is everything on my wish list. I know, it was a lot. Let me know what is on your wish list. I want to know. You know I want to know. Other people in our community want to know as well. Leave it down below. That is all for today. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah! I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.